It's not even really titled. I call it my Brooklyn. It's called like Brooklyn Poem Number 2. The doorman let me into the courtyard. I sat by the koi pond and listened to a white-haired woman talk of how her international entrepreneurial success made her feel comfortable in her own skin. I nodded but did not ask, how could you be uncomfortable in your skin if your skin is sitting by the koi pond in moonlight receiving a glass of sangria from the tanned hands of a laughing young woman in a koi-colored dress? How could you be uncomfortable in your own skin if you own because of your skin? I listened but did not own up to where I lived before I got a break and could afford to be bored by the rich and fake. Halfway between Eastern Parkway and Bed-Stuy, I caught somebody's eye. Somebody on a stoop pissed to see me, hissed at me. See why I'm staring at my feet with a beat of Run DMC in my ears, my fears beating my blood as I walk the street for something to eat, like a meat patty or jerk chicken? Yeah, I'm in Brooklyn. Because I feel I am not enough. Territorial braggadocio is my bluff for confidence. So nobody knows I am chicken every time I cross the street. In Crown Heights, I walk home nights and early mornings in spite of warnings from police and other white people. Let me help you change that tire. This is not a place you want to get stuck. What the? I live here. I didn't get stuck. I can leave any time and come back with grant money to teach poetry to underserved communities, which is only a typo away from undeserved. The error lies less in typography than in political geography. Nobody tells me my hood is nice. No Caucasian will visit me twice. But the women around me keep me from harm. Lily downstairs pinches tight on my arm, drags me from the street. He's packing heat, she says, alarmed. Don't talk to the dealers, the wheelers, the stealers, or the feelers. But she does not say the rappers. One day, as I pass the men who play chess, I am tracked. I become white and a man becomes black, and opposites attract, so he follows me home. Afraid of being attacked, I walk alone until my friend Smoke comes out of an alley and says, hey, you got yourself a tail. The gentleman slides behind me like a bishop taking the queen and says, oh, you like white girls too? Smoke replies, this ain't no white girl, this is Amy. He's the only one in the neighborhood who can name me. Smoke is a rapper, and where cultures intersect, poetry connects. At Mrs. B's table, I count cash for my rent and stare at her carving of the Serenity Prayer, wonder what it means to her. Mrs. B says, I'm glad we had you here. We never had any problems, did we, dear? No, no problems. I keep to myself, don't talk with a man who glances up and down the block, his head like a pendulum on a clock, his time on earth going tick, tick, tock. Any moment he could die or be cuffed. Emotions must be stuffed. At sunset, a mother unclips laundry from the line and calls her son home to bed. Messiah! Messiah! Some nights, when the lights are dead, I hear women scream like their boys are never coming home again. There's a church on the corner. Every Sunday night, when the sky changes into evening attire, pained hearts harmonize with a joyful choir. I long to line up and go in, but I wear my sin like a stain on my skin. And I wear my skin like I want to go home and change. What if you didn't like my tint? What if I couldn't take a hint? Would you flick me away like a piece of lint? Or like dandruff, brush me off the shoulder of your smooth black jacket?